What up, gang? That's what I want to talk about, building a life and focus on what you want in life. So it's like a lot of times in life, it's just like the things that we have to do, that people tell you have to do, and all this crazy shit that might not go along with what you want. But the problem with that is just following along with the status quo and everything. I mean, it's not, I guess it's not inherently wrong. Like, it's not like it might be necessarily evil or destructive. But I mean, the problem with that is if you don't go after what you want, you just won't get it, which is kind of crazy. Because people just have this idea that I mean, I think on some level people understand that if you want to get something, if you want something, you have to get it. But I mean, people don't do it to get what they want. It's like, it just doesn't click. Or maybe it's laziness, or maybe it's not laziness, it's misdirected energy. Because if you're going along with something that you're told to do, even if you want to try to get that other thing, I mean, you're just already being pulled along by what you want, what you have to do to not get what you want. And so I feel like a key to focus on getting what you want is to actually focus on getting it, like just like changing your direction to get what you want. Like, I mean, I feel like just the important thing about getting what you want in life, it gets you on the right path. Because if you're pursuing what you want, like, you have to be on the right path to some degree. Like, even if you're like doing it the wrong way, hopefully you get a chance to resolve it and learn from your mistakes and do it the right way to get what you want, and move properly. And of course, we all like change courses in our lives for whatever reason, but that's really ultimately what it has to be. Like, you just have to like go after it, and not just in a simple sense of you want something, you pursue it and you go after it, but more in a sense of like recognizing it and recognizing what you're doing is not getting what you want and reorienting towards getting it. Because I mean, like, I just feel like it could be so simple to get what you want. It's just that naturally we're not on, like, I guess a lot of times we're not on the path to get it. And of course, sometimes even you could say as men or as a man, you would have to like build yourself to get the things you want in life. Of course, like, I guess that's maybe the nature of man. But even then, like, I mean, like, if you're not even on the path of building up, then like it's just out the window. Like, it's toast from that point. But I don't know, you just gotta go after and get what you want. And what's I about to say? I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's just like you gotta understand what life you want, and it's just like I was saying before. Like, I just feel like the things you want are just so obtainable. It's just you just knew the way to get them, and you just have them. That's just my perspective, the way I see it for myself. But because it's like if you can have a reality where you don't have it, you could have a reality where you do have it. I mean, if you want something in life, it's probably not something like crazy. Like, if you want a Ferrari, I mean, it's just a car. Like, it's not like, it's not crazy. It's not like you're saying you want to like walk to the moon from Earth. Like, it's not something that's out of reach. I mean, like, a lot of things that people want can be obtained just on the right path. So, and it just goes to the next point of, I was watching this thing on YouTube, and then I think it might have been well, I don't. It was not necessarily what something I seen on YouTube. It's kind of like a common idea, but what I saw in the video just reminded me. It was about taking unconventional paths, and not even just necessarily that's what the video calls it, unconventional paths. But I mean, like, in generally speaking, it's more about, I guess, walking in your own path, really. Because I mean, if you're living in your own individuality, it's probably going to be unconventional to some degree. If you're really walking, and even if it isn't, walking into the path of what you want to get, which will probably turn out to be somewhat unconventional, like in today's world. But I feel like that's an important thing, like, to understand. You're not just walking in the unconventional path just for the fuck's sake of doing it. Like, we're doing it to like get what we want, and doing it because it needs to be done. Like, it's the path that needs to be walked. So I mean, like, it just has to be done. But yeah, and I feel like, and just going after it, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times, like, people think going after what you want is like it's for whatever reason it's undesirable. Like, I don't know. Like, people want things, like beg and cry for things, but not do what it takes to get it, which is kind of just like absurd to me. Because a lot of people like have an acceptance, like understand that they have to, like, I mean, if you have a job, you probably understand this. I mean, you could have a job because someone told you to get it and everyone does it, but then on another level, you might have a job because you have to understand that you're getting it for you. Like, you have to get it for yourself. And that same concept can be applied to anything else in life. I don't know. I just feel like people aren't really willing to do what it takes, which is kind of crazy. Because people are so willing to do so many other different things. I mean, it's your life too. That's the craziest part. if it's you're living your life, I mean, are you not willing to get what you want out of life and do what it takes? Like, I mean, for your own life, like I don't understand that. But maybe it's a desire that you really don't want it bad enough, or I don't know what people be on, but that's kind of crazy to think about when you think of it like that. Like, I mean, if it's your life, you would think you would go after it, but I don't know, back to the unconventional path. Like I was saying, it's not really about trying to be unconventional, but realizing that what you want and the getting it is going to be unconventional. Like, because you're probably around a lot of people, or not even if you're around them, but just naturally, a lot of people aren't really going out their way to really get what they want to. I mean, some people get things they want, but I mean, my life wants a completely different thing. I mean, how many people are really stepping in that? Maybe it's just me. I'm not around people like that, but I mean, to really get it the way you want, like, I mean, there could be different levels of success with that. Maybe after like 2 years you get this much and it's good, and 5 years, 10 years, and but I mean, I guess that's the thing, is you go along and you have more desires, more wants, and you grow. Then once you build the skill of knowing how to get it, you just keep making it happen, because you're already just used to doing it. Like, you're always just rerouting and doing what it needs to take to get it, and not just talking about just the getting things in life, but like actually the life itself that you want. Like, which of course will come with things, because I mean, you have a certain type of life, it will come with certain things, but going after it and getting it. So that's that. But I catch you on a flip.